taking on Jared Goff and the Washington Commanders.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Now Willis on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Willis slide. Safely, and he picks up the first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
First and 10, Willis. Forced out to his left. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end, but it's going to be second down. Charles, we get a look at the Lions 2022 draft class, and this class will probably be remembered for the guy that they took number 2 overall, the hometown kid Aiden Hutchinson. But beyond him, really a lot to like about this group that Detroit brought in.
And Brandon, it's not often that any kid doesn't want to go number 1 overall in the draft. But Aiden Hutchinson, he was ecstatic to go number 2 and go to the home state Detroit Lions. And how about the Lions trading up from 32 to take wide receiver Jameson Williams, 12th overall out of Alabama. Speed. Speed.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Third down, it's Willis. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Dancing to his left. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Williams is in for a Lions touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a third time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Goff on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
We all knew how talented an athlete Malik Willis was coming out of Liberty, but lost in his running ability was simply how powerful an arm he has as well. There's not a throw in the playbook he doesn't have the strength to make, and it's all about how well he can place those throws. Between that arm and his legs, his ceiling, easily one of the top ones in the league.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's a pickup of 6.
The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Willis.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Malik Willis.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Goff. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, it's gone. He gets it to Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 40 now on second down. Goff. There again is Tom. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Willis.
And he fires one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
The Commanders' defense looking for a... Here it's 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. For this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Now a dump off here complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those... tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over... minute to go before halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Second down and goal. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
To the air on first down, here's Willis.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jamison Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Back to Taylor on first down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. He's airing it out for Williams. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Taylor will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Down to about the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the first down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run here with Taylor. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is pretty... Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a first down throw. Gone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again is gone.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Goff. Under pressure, they got him again. John Kaminsky providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Sly able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to...
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of